Hey folks, Adam here, and this is Blue, and Blue is a very good boy, but he has kind of a knack for wanting to chase after cars, and he has a knack for wanting to run out of the yard. So we got this satellite-based device that's going to help keep him in the yard, keep him safe, and keep the neighbors happy. Let's go ahead and check it out, and we're going to kick it off right about now. So folks, this is becoming really helpful because Blue now understands the boundary of the yard. Normally, he would just run off, but thanks to this device, he just keeps walking the boundary of the yard, and he knows the difference of where he can go and where he can't. He stays within our yard. What a good boy. All right, folks, so first let me tell you a little bit about the brand. The brand was developed by pet lovers that want to make sure that their pets feel connected, understood, and cared for the way they deserve, and they strive to redefine technology to make sure that there's sympathy, empathy, and that the technology really suits the best interests of the pets. And that's where this comes into play. So for me, I knew that fencing the entire yard just wouldn't be cost effective. The dual frequency and dual antennas, that really is important. They've got a 5 satellite positioning system, and it's covered in 180 plus countries and 680 plus networks. So yeah, this works just about anywhere. Now the sizing ranges from 0.5 to 100,000 acres. This is a free virtual fencing with unlimited storage, and it's customizable with overlapping and nested fences. You can have multiple zone activity, deployable beacons, and professional maps from Mapbox. Yeah, that's really cool. Now this will also track behavior, activity, escalation notifications, and a route history of your pet. And look at how well this is designed to be comfortable for your little pooch. Of course, that's fantastic. It's got that AI coach tailored care recommendations, nutrition planning, health consulting, data analysis, training resources, versatile feedback options, multiple training programs, flexible bark training features, and voice transmission, including voice recordings. And folks, one of the things that I like so much about this is it's got a 7-day battery, it's got a 2-hour full recharge, it is waterproof and dustproof, and I tell you what, this thing is really fantastic. It's also got the secure magnetic clasp, adjustable strap, and a robust collar cover to make sure that this thing is safe, secure, and efficient. Folks, I do want to take a moment and show you how straightforward the app is, an easy install. And you can see we actually added in a picture of Blue right there. Very cool. Now it will track his activity by day, by month and week, a quick reset, and you can add fences. So in this case, we have my neighbor Bud's house, so we can go over there, my yard, and we can go ahead and we can add in with simple or complex designs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a new map. This is going to allow, you can see the actual satellite map. We're going to allow a simple map around my neighbor's house to where we can take the dog over there. And now we have a fence just that easy. And we'll call that Cindy's. C-I-N-D-Y. Done. So if we go over to Cindy's house, now we have a map. Now we can also create a more complex map as well. If we want to, we can create, and you can create that over a huge area if you want, or a small area. So this is good even if you have a farm or right down to a smaller house. We can go right in here. And this will allow us to add in all sorts of specifics, and we can see the satellite version of this, or we can see the standard version. We're looking at the satellite image, and we can go ahead and adjust accordingly, making no-go zones and everything we want. We can add a zone, like this no-go zone, saying, you know what, we don't necessarily want you going into the garage. So we can go ahead and create that and just give a certain perimeter. So very straightforward. And it says, would you like to save this? Yes, we would. And that's going to be Steve's house. So now we have saved, and now old Blue can go over to Steve's house and have a virtual map made up. How straightforward and convenient is that? Now as we go through, lots of fun options here. We can look at the overall map. We can see where Blue is right now. Blue's actually in the apartment above the garage. We can see exactly where Blue is. We can see where we are. And how cool is that? So we know everything going on. Everybody's staying within their respective zones. Okay. How nice is that? Then, we do have some options as well. We can tell Blue that he's a good boy. We can tell him to go home. We can whistle. We can give him a warning or an alert. So let's go over that next. All right. So I brought the collar next to us so we could hear it.
Good.
This is to let Blue know that Blue's being a good boy. And tell him to go home.
Go home. Go home.
A whistle. A warning. And an alert. So yeah, very cool there. Now we have everything we need to really not only track our dog, but be able to communicate with our dog just about anywhere. All right, folks, so this is the world of my office from Blue's height. Now you can see in the office, we have a trash can. And that trash can be a trouble area for Blue because he's going to want to go into the trash can. So we can literally go ahead and deploy a beacon, go ahead and put it right on here, and then we can add a beacon into the device right there, and suddenly we can let Blue know not to go into the trash can, okay? That's great for trouble areas such as kitchen trash, houseplants, countertops, or even a rose bush or a swimming pool. Go ahead, it gives you flexibility to keep your dog from hurting themselves or causing havoc. And folks, this is really important. We live on a lake and we don't want the dogs getting too close to the lake. So you can see right here, it is adjusting the behavior. You can hear it. So the dog knows to stay away from the lake. We've done the same thing in the front yard. Stay away from the driveway. Don't chase the neighbors and the cars. So let's go ahead and show you that footage. But it's really cool. We can have danger zones and straight up no-go zones. And this is going to help adjust behavior. And one of the things I like most about this is that it will track your dog's biometrics, jumping, running, resting, things like that. And with the Pet Motion AI, suddenly we've got the ability to change strange habits, and this is going to give you professional grade care and guidance. All right, folks, so I'm not going to be able to show you everything that this does. Fast charging in 2 hours. This is great for bad weather. You could live in a cold environment, a hot environment, a rainy environment, waterproof, so that matters as well. But I gotta say, this is a really cool device. Again, we're only touching on the surface of all the things we can do here, particularly with the adaptable training options and the AI pet monitoring. There's so many things that this device can do that other devices can't. So folks, if you're looking for a great brand that has you covered from top to bottom and stem to stern, guess what? These guys have you covered, and we're so happy to partner with them. Go check them out. You won't be disappointed. I give this my full thumbs up. Too many companies that offer shock collars and all sorts of stuff are not good to their animals. And I like that these people put animals first, and they put training first, they put safety first, and they are really a great brand that's easy to use. The app is easy to support, and it works all over the globe. It's time to go check it out. You won't be disappointed. You know I love and appreciate you, but it's time to get to shopping. If you love your pooch, this is a great one. Goodbye, my friends.